Oh, we're fishing today. Oh, it's been a long time since I've gone fishing, but I'm actually pretty darn excited to do so. We are trying underneath an overpass today, see if we can possibly hook up with something. We're just gonna be shooting for largemouth today. I mean, that's primarily what I fish for, but I'm only bringing one lure down. I finally am caught up on my lures. I have lures to use, but I don't want to pack heavy, only because didn't want to make it so obvious that I'm down here. So pretty much I have a chatterbait with an eel eliminator on, summer craw color, and I got that just paired up with the basic chatterbait bluegill pattern, and we'll see if we can flip around any of these mats and reeds and anything like that, and see if we can maybe pull a bass or two off. I'm honestly not expecting to catch anything, but I mean, wouldn't it be damn awesome to hook up with something down here? Totally new, different spot, never been here before. People who have fish down here say be careful, but there are a lot of fish down here. So I mean, one of my buddies I talked to, he came down here and showed me a picture of a bass or two that he caught on a jig. So I mean, they're biting the jigs, and I just figured, you know what, why not try the bladed jig, give that a shot, see if we can hook up, and let's test it out. Let's see what we could do. There's water right here that I see. I kind of want to get out of the way of people seeing me, so I gotta start going into the bushes a little bit. Gotta watch out for rattlers this time of year. There's always a ton of them, but there's some water right here, and it looks like I might be able to. Looks pretty darn fishy. Oh man, with all those all these concrete walls and everything acting as cover, this could be pretty darn exciting. Yeah, the jig would be the best bait down here right now. I think even a little wacky rig would do a pretty good job. I don't know, I'm so confident in the chatterbait. All of that junk in the water though that's sticking to my chatterbait, it's the exact color. It's perfect color matching. Wondering about a fluke too. More of a subtle presentation. Use a fluke, because you can even cast a fluke out and it'll land on top of those mats, and then once it hits a mat, you could just like kind of drag it right on top of the mat, and sometimes the fish will come up and explode on it. Now the hook set's a whole different thing, whole different ball game, but sometimes you can get bit pretty well on it. Alright, so the first spot did not work out as planned. I do believe I got a couple bites, but wasn't able to stick anything. So I mean, we'll give this canal a shot for a little bit, see what we can catch, and then maybe move on to one last pond and then call it a day. Always flip by any sort of structure that you see. That's if you're able to actually flip on it. I can't even flip on it, I'm struggling. Do some long retrievals. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, that looks like a catfish. No, oh, never mind, it's bass. At first, it like, how it was flipped around, this sucker looked just like a catfish. That was wild. Came off super easy, but relatively pinned him pretty darn well. Let's get him back on in. Head first, beautiful dive. So just like in ponds, you want to do the same thing in canals. Flip as far down as you possibly can, because let's say I walked up on that bass and I saw him and I tried to flip at him, he would not have hit that. but because I cast it so far down, he doesn't see me, he doesn't see my shadow, he doesn't see anything, so he doesn't feel threatened. Cast as far down the canal that you can, and just slowly walk and just retrieve. Therefore, you're covering a lot of ground, you're casting far enough, and you're getting these really long retrievals. Oh, last second, allowing you to possibly be able to catch more fish. That fish came up and hit it last second, so I'm gonna stand back because that fish did not see me. He just came up and swiped at it. So I'm gonna swim it by again, see if that fish will come back or hit it again. You hit it again, guys. That is awesome. Oh man. Decent fish too, not bad quality. Let's get them up, and they're inhaling. It's showing that they like this bait. These are nice. These are like, well, first off, very aggressive fish. But I mean, look how they're choking it. Just shows how much they like these. I mean, quality little pounders. At first, straight down, boom. See, that fish did not see me, so he came back and hit my lure again. If I stayed there and I flipped back without walking backwards, I would have lost that fish. He would not have come back and hit. I've had a couple weird bites where it almost feels like my bait is just inhaled, and then line goes tight just like that. Just like that. Those were bites. Those previous two were bites. But I'll tell you what, when your line just goes tight, it feels very, very weird. But look at these fish. They're good quality fish. That is crazy. Another cool little bass. Get him, man. Those were bites. Man, at first I was kind of thinking if maybe I was hung on like line. Like, I'm sure you guys know when you hang on line from a previous person who cut their line or whatever, sometimes your line goes tight and it feels weird, kind of feels like a bite. But those other two, those were definitely fish. Now that I think about it, because that was the same exact type of bite. It's just I ripped it out of their mouth instead of just kind of lifting up carefully and setting the hook. Alright, so the second spot, semi paid off, caught 3 fish. I think I missed at least 2. Not too bad. We're gonna go to the third and final spot, see what we could catch. Hopefully we could at least catch one more fish. If I catch one more fish, that's catching a fish out of the two out of the 3 spots that we went to today. That's 66.6%, and that is fine by me. As long as I'm above 50% at each spot, I will be happy. So I'm gonna really try really hard to catch at least 1 fish at this next spot. If we don't, it is what it is. But let's head on over, check it out, see what we can do. Last one right by the shore. Yeah. Guys, I got a toad on. Got a toad. He's a good fish. Oh my god, it's big. Oh my god, it's big. Oh, damn. That was a 7. That was a 7. Damn it. Son of a... Well, we'll see. Let's see if we can get another. And my battery, the only reason why I turned that on and I didn't get the full hook set and everything is because my battery is only at 5%. So I'm trying to conserve energy. So I'm going to turn my GoPro off right now. Alright guys, this feels like another big one. Oh my god, shit, another nice one. Come on, stay here. Man, this fish is messed up. This fish is very sick. This fish is very sick. This fish has been caught too many times. Gosh, he's so messed up. This poor fish. Get a quick look at him. What a bummer. Let's get him in. What a shame. There he goes, right back down. So I've hooked up 3 times. lost 2 fish. Finally got one, and of course he's a demorphed fish. Oh well.